let back up. All of us, you guys all seen how that went, right? Again, I'm still going to stand on, I did for me, like how I feel. I stand on what I did. I stand on speaking up. I stand on the spark plug girl off, because I'm going to tell you something. Everybody has a history on this app. I don't know the spark plug lady, Coach Crystal, whatever. She's been in our lives before. We've never to hear her history, hear her, none of that. None of that. I don't know who she is. Okay. I don't know her history with the other side. Okay. But at the end of the day, regardless what her history is on this app, it doesn't take away the fact that she was literally telling a room full of fucking strangers her real life personal shit. And not because she wanted to, because she felt like she had to defend her to a fucking man. That's not okay. In no way, shape, or form. At all. It's also wild to me how so many people want to talk shit. Like when I had Smashley in the box that night with Viking and Road Dogg or whatever his name was, and they were going at Smashley, and I told them to stop, to chill and go get one of their friends, because all the guys on this app have a handful of women that ride beside them in boxes and lives, you know, host lives with them and all that they call sister and they call brother. You know what I mean? There's no reason why a man is going after a woman, which is what I said not once but twice that night when I had Smashley in the box. And I even said, if Smashley wants to continue with this conversation, I feel like you need to bring one of your girls over here, because I'm not going to lie, this is making me uncomfortable. So I don't understand why anybody on any side think that it's okay to have a man come and air a grievance with women, especially when Stan has tormented all these women. Also, when it comes to Duff and Myrna, well, I can tell you that Duff and Myrna were not in the live at the same time together. They weren't, because Myrna would have ended up hitting the box. Okay. But what I can tell you is this. Both of them women were in the comments loud as fuck. Get it? I understand it, because that's how we are in the boxes. Okay? Yeah. We're the loud ones that get up in the box and we stand up for this, or we stand up for that, or we speak up for this, or we speak up for that. They're the ones in the comments doing it. Which is why when they were commenting, their comments were seen the most, because even though they only made a couple comments, because it wasn't comment after comment after comment, but their comments volumes. Why? Because they were the loudest ones, but they weren't the only ones with them same feelings. And when I went back to rewatch and watch the comments and see the comments, one thing that I can stand on is neither one of them were speaking from their own emotion. They were speaking for everybody that they've seen hurt, for everybody that they've seen upset, for everybody that they've seen feeling some type of way. The reason why they were so loud was because they were speaking for their two fucking friends who they've watched be affected, who they've heard be affected, who they sat on the phone with and fucking calmed down and talked off the ledge, is who they spoke for. Okay? So it wasn't a after you type of thing. It was, I'm coming at the situation. Because regardless, it was a fucked up situation. It was. I mean, we all run our platforms as if we're the safe place, no matter who's the host. So you would think that all the platforms will be on the same page when it comes to who's an absolute no. And you know what I'm saying? what's an absolute no topic or whatever the case may be, it would all run together because I mean, everything else does. So when we make the comments, my platform is my platform, Bree's platform is Bree's platform, Justice is hers, Unknowns is hers, it confuses people. And it doesn't confuse the other side. Fuck the other side. I'm only speaking on our side. I don't give a fuck about what the other side got going on, what the other side is doing, who they're into it with, who they're fighting with, who they're fucking live talking shit about. 9 times out of 10, it's me and Ratina. But the aftermath of that live was horrible as well, because not just me and Ratina were the fucking topic. It was me, Ratina, Unknown, Southern, Gloria. And here's the thing. Southern, Simple, Simple, what does she do? She calls shit out in the comments? Okay. She don't get in boxes and spew lies. She don't even be in the comments spewing lies. She don't even go from one chat to the next chat with the last chat she was in. Meaning she don't be in the comments stirring shit. She just calls shit out that she feels should be called out. That doesn't warrant anybody to start going at her in her real life. Gloria, what does she do? She streams lives, streams videos, streams old lives that were public. If you didn't want anybody to see it, then you should private them. If you don't want people to stream your replayed live, then you should make it a subscribers only or a private live. She's not doing anything that's breaking the law or hurting and harming you, or even putting your real life at risk. So to go at her all because she's sitting in a box, just like you guys used to do to fucking Bubbles, all she did was fucking stream. Then when TikTok went down and the treehouse came open, all of a sudden that's the next problem. She wasn't harming nobody, hurting nobody, putting nobody's life at risk. None of that. Just like Drama Talk. Drama Talk posts the fucking lives that are public. And now she's all of a sudden, whoever this person is, and all these crazy allegations on her, whether that's her past or not, that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like the troll accounts are being falsely accused of being people and doing all these horrible things, all because they're posting clips of your lives, clips of whatever. Like I know y'all, listen, no matter what I say, the people who don't like me will always find the problem. So I hope the ones, because I comments off because them motherfuckers was trolling, but I hope the ones that really support this platform are hearing what I'm saying. I'm gonna turn the comments on now. Listen, y'all motherfuckers will be put right the hell back in timeout if you start acting a fucking donkey. But I hope you guys are understanding where I'm coming from. The ones that actually are here because they be here. Now, for me, speaking for me, I don't have no bad blood with Bree or anyone. I don't have no issue. I don't have no drama, no beef, no nothing at all. I'm just excusing myself from the platform. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, Bree is a live streamer now. Okay? She enjoys going live. And like I told her, you're a good person with a good heart. And I think you'll do good being a live host. You know what I'm saying? I gave her a little bit of advice only because, like I said, I've been on this app for a long time. I've been in situations. I've put myself in situations. This is the advice I can give you. And I would give any one of you who want to start your own platform, who wants to start your own, you know what I'm saying? I would give you the same thing. How long ago was that, Ratina?
We've been knowing it. It wasn't like he didn't message her that day. It had been prior to that. Like maybe, I don't know, a week, 2.
Thank you for your support, Miss Wendy. How me and Ratina, he went through, because she was like, no, why the fuck you calling out my friends? That ain't cool. I'm not cool with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you keep hurting my friends for what fucking reason? Like, she was standing on that. And then he came back with bullshit ass excuses, bullshit ass reasons, but told her he would never come at her. And none of this is a secret, because she's been telling everybody, like, she's been saying it.
That his issue isn't with her, that he won't do anything to her.
Never said, though, previous that it was discussed a week or two before. What was discussed? That live wasn't discussed with them, or... Yeah, and when we were told that he was writing her, Ratina straight up said, I would stop writing him because it might not be used today, a week from now, or a month from now, but those are going to be used against you. Just like when Mittens wrote her about Queenie. Everybody in the group chat said, don't give her shit about Queenie. None of it. She was in that live. She heard what we said. We were showing screenshots. Don't give her shit. Well, my personal opinion, just my personal opinion, I don't think she was like with him. You know what I'm saying? At all. I think that I don't think she was with him is unknown, okay? But here's the thing. He's not the one who, for me, he's irrelevant. Okay? He really is. He's irrelevant. For me, the issue comes when the comment is said, he didn't do nothing to me except for call me fat. He hurt my friends. I understand that. But just that statement, I was like, whoa, what the fuck? And then another statement, because I rewatched the live because I was trying to tell Ratina what happened. And as I was telling her what happened, I was like, matter of fact, let me just go rewatch this so that way I don't miss anything. So nothing blindsides her, because she wasn't there. She wasn't around. She wasn't in the conversation, nothing. So I rewatched it. And that's when I heard, because I had to keep jumping out of the live because that live fucked me up. But I had to keep jumping out of the live, for one, to answer messages, for two, to make sure people were good, for three, I was on the phone, like a phone call phone. And I missed a lot of the comments, like the comment that I thought it was going smooth in the beginning. That threw me for a loop, because I was like, wait, heh. You know what I'm saying? But again, everybody's platform ultimately is theirs. Regardless, it's theirs. People are free to do whatever they want. I am in no way, shape, or form speaking on any of this for anybody to say, I'm standing with you, Holly, fuck Bree, or I'm standing with you, Holly, fuck this person, or I'm standing with you, Holly, fuck Routine. I'm not doing that at all. At all. If you rock with somebody because you genuinely like their content, genuinely like their platform, their lives, all of that, then continue doing that. Continue doing that. You can be in two different places and spaces without you can literally be in two different platforms without having to choose. That's an actual thing. I use I use Cosmic all the time as an example, but the reason why is because Cosmic is literally my mod and Smashly's mod. She also was my mod and Smashley's mod while we were into it. Zoe, he's my mod and Petty's mod, and we don't fuck with each other. And he's both of our mods. You know why? Because they are like, nope, not in it. My name's Bennett. I'm not in it. They'll be in the comments. They'll be in conversation. But when the conversation is talking about one another, meaning I'm talking about Petty or Petty's talking about me or I'm talking about Smash or Smash was talking about one of us over here, they're not in the conversations with that. Okay? People can actually be neutral in a situation. You don't have to choose. It's the ones that run from chat to chat talking shit, or the ones that are listening to the conversation and then agree with the fuck shit that's being talked about, and or agreeing with the lies or the twisted narratives or the exaggerated truths being told. You know what I'm saying? Those are the ones that it's like, hold on, bro. You could have just stayed the fuck out of it. Hoodrich. I think she's one of my mods. I follow her and she follows me. We're friends. And she's a mod for Petty. You know what I'm saying? I didn't unfollow her. I didn't unfriend her. I didn't block her and say, oh, fuck her. You know why? Because Hoodrich don't be in the conversation either that I've been told nor that I've seen. Nobody has to you don't have to, it's not always about picking a side. It's just about how you really rock with somebody. That's it. Yeah, I'm bored be everywhere. You be in everybody's live. Even when we were in the thick of everything, you were in everybody's live. So many people were like, bitch, is she good? Because she be everywhere. I'm like, bro, I'm telling you, she's cool. I've even, I've talked to her as I was trolling. She's not in it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, not everybody is like that. And anybody who feels like they have to choose, then clearly you're not in the right space. If that space that you're in is making you feel like you have to choose, or if you're watching from the window, if you're watching somebody's live from the window and you're scared to go, not because of the person that's hosting the live, but you're scared that you're going to be seen in there. And then when you go into your regular spot, you're going to get called out. You know what I'm saying? Then clearly the spot that you're scared to get called out in is not the spot for you, because obviously either you don't know the host well enough, or the host and the panel is just not the type of people that you want to be around. Again, if you can move into spaces and places without talking shit and joining in, then you're good. Now, if you have an opinion that matches the opinion of the host, then if you're seen saying that opinion and then you go back to the other platform, you shouldn't be worried about getting called out, for one. For two, the host shouldn't even call you out, because the host should already know you feel that way. Whether you told them on the back end, the front end, whatever. Also, when we're having lives, any lives, especially a live like that, when it's in the moment publicly, then the comments should be able to be said publicly. I'm just speaking from my opinion, and my opinion is, and again, this is just my opinion. And as I stated, I've talked to Bree since this. I've told Bree how I feel. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you guys how I feel now. But everything that I'm saying is not a secret. Okay? So I feel like if we're having a controversial live and a comment cousin makes a comment that either challenges me, calls me out, or is in a disagreement with me, and they put it in the chat, that should be okay. Nobody should have to go to the back end to write me a DM to tell me how they disagree with me, or to tell me that what I said made them feel some type of way. If it's a live happening and the conversation is happening right now live, then the opinions, even if they're opposite, should be able to be said in real time with the conversation. Now, if you guys start going back, if I start going back and forth with the comment cousin to where like one of us are getting too defensive or too aggressive, and I know they're not a box person, that's different. That's different. Then it's like, okay, listen, before me and you say something that neither one of us mean because we're pissed off right now, I can end this live right now and we can have a conversation. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, not everybody has to handle shit the same way. I get that. Not everybody responds the same way. I get that. Nobody needs to be policed on how they respond. I get that. But as a live streamer with a decent amount of fucking support, I feel like I'm not just speaking for me. I feel like anybody who's in this fucking room right now who wants to be a live streamer, hear me when I say, in order to be a successful live streamer, you have to be, for one, open to be challenged. For two, you have to understand that the only reason why you are a successful live streamer is because of the comment cousins, because of the panel. It's because of the people around you who engage and who support and show up. Because everybody who shows up ain't here for support. But the ones that show up, engage, and support, they're rare to find, especially the ones who will fucking stick it out with you through thick and thin, no matter what. It doesn't matter who's coming at you. It don't matter which way you getting hit from. It don't matter what lies are being put on you. They're still going to stand by you, even if they doubt a situation or they don't know what's going on or they are confused about whatever the situation is. Because why? They know the person that they're supporting enough to know this bitch is either going to go live and show something, tell something, or let us know what it is. Or I'm comfortable enough, I'm about to ask this bitch on the DM, like, what the fuck? You we about to get a clarification live. You know what I'm saying? You also have to be open to see the negative comments about you. I'm not talking about the trolling that was happening earlier. I'm talking about the trolling on Reddit or the troll pages or whatever the case may be. You have to be open to that. And I don't mean open like, oh, I can accept it. No, I mean open to either accept it and out of sight, out of mind, don't worry about it, or open to go see what's being said, to go listen to what's being replayed, to go hear what the fuck and why the person is feeling this type of way. And then you approach the conversation in a welcoming way, not a defensive way. And that, again, I'm speaking on experience. I had a whole fucking subreddit dedicated to me that I ended up becoming a mod for. Ultimately, when our page got taken, I became the one who created the fucking new page that we're on. And them bitches, the TikTok could go away today. Reddit could be burned down tomorrow. And for the rest of my life, my entire existence, they will be a part of my life. They will know when I'm pregnant. They will know what I'm craving. They will know when I give labor go into labor. They will know my child's birthday. They will know all of that. For the rest of my life, I will be in connection with the mods over there. Why? Because I didn't attack them for having a negative opinion about me. Instead, I literally read what was being said about me from many people over there. Over and over. And if I didn't agree with it, I read it 7 times to make sure I had every single word right and I didn't miss a fucking period. So that way, when I did comment under the comment, I didn't come off as an aggressive, defensive person. Instead, I wanted them to know, hey, I hear you. But let me clarify why I said or why I did this or that. Because at the end of the day, my feelings ain't the only ones that matter. My feelings ain't the only ones that need to be validated. This is how I've been. I only got better through that. So if you are thinking about going live and you are thinking about opening yourself up for that, then hear me when I tell you, you have to understand that we ain't the only ones that matter. The panels matter. The comments matter. The people around you matter. Just like when you do end up in fuck shit, whether it's your fault or not, it does affect everyone around you. It affects your followers. It affects your panel people. It affects the people who like you. It does, because as you see, people see that they're not getting to you, so then they go to the next best thing, and that's your friend that's in the box next to you. And when that doesn't get to you or the person that's in the box next to you, then they go after somebody they think is a silent, weak, in their eyes, weak person in the comments. So if you're going to be a live streamer, you need to be open, ready, and willing to stand up for everybody, even if they're not. Half of my fucking moderators are literally people who are, I don't know their names. I don't know what they look like, even what they sound like. And they've been my mods for a long time. There's some new ones, but majority of them have been my mods for at least a year. I've never even asked for their names. But let somebody come at them. I'm ready for it. You know what I'm saying? People coming in here saying, oh, that's a rogue mod, or this is a rogue mod, or what. And you always hear me saying, nah, 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 Because again, that's what comes with being live. You get moderators. You don't have to have a mod chat. You can ask the mods. There's not a mod chat with any of us. They don't know when I'm going live. They don't know what the live's going to be about. None of that. You know what I'm saying? None of that. None of them feel, I hope none of them feel like they have to report back, or they have to go and be my little fucking secret agent and shit. My private investigator on the fucking app. I hope none of them feel like that. I don't go to any of them for none of that. None of that. It used to be where I really only had mods so that way they didn't get blocked. Because I didn't block or mute before, ever. Unless it was real life, children, and you know what I'm saying? Doxing. That was it. But again, I felt like, I mean, not just me, we all felt like a lot of things needed to be addressed. Just like Ratina in her video that keeps being mentioned. And then her live. I didn't even know she was live until way later. And only because I went on TikTok to check my messages and her ass sent me her live. That's when I found out. I texted her and said, bitch, you were live. You know what I'm saying? But again, even with that, if it were a live where she was talking shit about anybody, whether it be motherfucking jolly old St. Nicholas, the internet would have been talking. People would have wrote me and said, what the fuck? Why is Ratina going off on jolly old St. Nick? Nobody wrote me. Nobody said anything. Right. Love and girl, tongue twister. That's what I'm saying. So for her name to be mentioned by Brie as if Ratina has no reason to feel the way that she feels is crazy to me, especially when Ratina has been done the worst in many of our eyes, especially the ones who know. Fuck shit was done to me, yes. My real life was affected in more than one way, yes. But not the way that Ratina, like constantly. I'm talking about constantly. Also, I never put a name on who contacted my abuser, because to this day, I don't know who did. I know it was one of them after Sunshine did what she did, but I've never put a name on shit. So to even run that narrative was crazy. But did you need to say something? I don't think you want to be in the box. So now I'm going to shut the fuck up. And do you guys have anything to say? Because I feel like I'm just going on and going on. And you guys all know that I can keep talking.
Well, I have a question. When did Fab 5 turn into 13 of them?
Girl, there's like 18 of them by now.
Well, then shouldn't they be Fab 5 number 20? Like, I just saw 13 and I was like, when did they get to 13? But
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Hey, Holly, do not watch that. The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. Don't do it.
Is it like the Lifetime one?
No. Mm-mm.
wait, the original Hand That Rocks?
No,
got a
it's
new
the
one.
new one.
Oh, where's that on?
Hula. And honey, that is graphic. It's real graphic.
Ooh.
Yeah. I still don't know. I kept turning my head every time something would happen. But what I came up here to say is I love everybody. I love you. I love Rutina. I love Malibu. And I hate, but I can't stand the little boy. That's what I'm going to call him, the little boy. Because he ain't no man, for sure. I hate him, and I think he is trying to cause trouble between the ranks. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I think mostly he's wanting you and Rutina to fall out.
Oh, that's been since day one.
That's what I think.
Yeah, that's been since day
He's been
one.
trying that for a long time.
Yeah.
But Rutina has been
Here's what I'm
drugged
gonna
the most.
let me just say this though. Here's why. Hold on, I'm gonna mute you. Or can you mute real quick because it's an echo.
Yeah.
So that's been happening since day one, since day fucking one. Okay, but here's what irritates me the most. Like when Retina's name is being mentioned, and it's about the post or her live or whatever, it just leaves the door open for people to think that to look or claim that she's the problematic one. Right now, when I told Retina earlier, she said, I don't give a fuck, I'll be the problem. But at the end of the day, no, it's not. Okay. And no, it's not, I don't give a fuck, because you aren't the problem. Yet when you're portrayed in this way, then it like kind of sort of opens the door to validate motherfuckers saying, well, Hollymae, your platform was so great until Retina. Hollymae, I used to love coming to you until Retina. Retina and me have been rocking hard for the past, what, year and a half? And she's not the cause of like nothing that's happened on this fucking platform at all. Me being her friend and her being my friend, if that's the reason a motherfucker is coming at me, it's wild to me. But let's not all play oblivious. That's not why these people are coming at me. Retina, it's actually because of them over there. Retina was just inserted because Retina has a history on this app. And for so long, that's what was used as justification to what they were doing to me. It's not because she was actually the problem or the reason or the cause. She was just the one used for justification on why I was being spoke on, came for. That's it. That literally is it. You know what I'm saying? This shit has been brewing since way before Petty's children were spoke on. People will tell you from way back when that they got DMs from one of the main characters, Bougie, trying to get me to either be her friend or just listen to her, you know, whatever, all that. And I stood my ground. I'm cool. I got no issue, but I'm cool. And we ended up getting to a space and a place where we could be in common spaces and no issue. We got to a place where if a motherfucker was in here like Holy Hood and Just Cat, Bougie'd be on the back end writing me to tell me, oh, she's lying, or that's not how it went, or that's not true. I remember one night, Holy Hood legit, like, Holy Hood, if you're in here or you're listening from the window, you cannot lie, girl. Come in here and tell the truth. She was lying on Bougie so heavy one night. I mean, so heavy one night that Bougie's ass came in the box ASAP and was like, now you know you fucking lying. And those two had it out in the box. And I was just like, well, damn, Gina, it looks like y'all got some unsolved history. Y'all, oh my God, and left it alone. I wasn't targeted after that, none of that. You know what I'm saying? They both ended up getting out the box and it was a done deal. You know what I'm saying? Out of sight, out of mind. They went and did their own things. Bougie was pissed off at Petty, went after him for a couple months. I mean, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Bitch, we didn't get involved until December 6th. And that was only because the children were spoke on. Because that situation with the child was plastered and put all over the place. Just like when she was going back and forth with Slot. I didn't get involved. The only thing that I did was I was a Redditor, you know, a Reddit commenter, and I would visit that page when I'd be mentioned or anything like that. And while I'd be over there, I'm a nosy bitch. So I would read some shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know who was behind no pages. I didn't know who was who. I would just simply comment and be like, well, that's not how that went, honey. You confusing the stories. That's it. I never said, stop going after Slot. Stop talking about none of that. None of that. I just simply said, hey, I was around for that, or I was there for that, or I saw that, or whatever. That's not how that story went. I mean, when the Auburn Live took place, the entire comment section was saying the Birdie and U.S. Marshal situation were two different people, not the same. And instead of taking it for what it was and realizing, oh shit, my bad, I misspoke. She then said, well, that's what Slot told me. Oh, so now Slot's truthful? Like now she be telling the truth, girl? What? But my whole point in all of that is, it was never no, I'm going to ruin your life issue. It wasn't until she got up under Florida Man. And then he became the spokesperson, whatever the case was. She was literally in my lives all the time under troll accounts that we didn't know were her. Until she ended up going live on damn near every single fucking troll account. If you don't like me and I'm that much of a piece of shit, you don't want nothing to do with me and blah, then why the fuck were you in here? Talking, laughing, and kikiing it up with us. Wild and weird. But again, it don't need to continue. We're literally 10, 11 months into the depths of all of this. I'm good. You're good. I'm good. We're good. Everybody's good. Girl, she sat with her. Now, I don't know the full truth because one liar can't tell another. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know the full truth, but from Slot's mouth to many of us, Bougie was only going after her because of Calhoun. Like, she was sent from Calhoun. According to Slot, that whole situation with Bougie going into the chat asking for somebody to go to a certain area, that was all a setup. Again, I don't know what's true. And that's, I was not in that live. I did not see how it all started. I was very confused, and I was like, well, damn, she's coming hard as hell for somebody who don't know you, who ain't never been in your lives before. None of that. Like that just seems weird. But like, she really coming after you. And Slop swore, I'm talking about swore, that it was because of Calhoun. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how long Bougie was with her. I didn't even know she was with her until recently, until all that Calhoun shit came out. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know half the people that she was with. I was like, well, damn, how you know about that situation? I mean, you guys heard it in real time. In real time. There's literally still lives posted. And you will hear me in certain lives like, how the fuck you know this? How the hell did she know? I didn't know she was around for this or that. You know? So yeah, I don't know. They were, oh, you would know more than I would, Tommy. I don't fucking know. But then you talk to Holy Hood and Just Cat, and then you get a whole different story. So I don't fucking know. But that's neither here nor there. That's for them to figure out. That is their business. You know what I'm saying? That is for Bougie. Those are questions for her. Like, I truly don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just know what I was told. That's it. And I'm also saying what I was told with the disclaimer on, I don't know what the fuck to believe from who I was told by. But my whole point of talking on any of that is Ratina was never the issue, never the problem. Ratina was used as the justification. And then Artie came around, and then that's where the target even harder went towards Ratina. But the beginning of this, yeah, no, it was never Ratina. If anything, Ratina being my friend caused her this. You know what I'm saying? Her sticking by me and her being like, nah, bitch, I ain't going no fucking where. Like, she's gotten shit she don't deserve. Just like Gloria, just like Simple, just like Duff and Myrna. And it makes a person think like, okay, if I just excuse myself, like if I just eliminate myself, then my friends won't be fucked with anymore. But I am honestly blessed and highly fucking favored that each and every single one of them, Jess, Duff, Myrna, Ratina, Simple, Lindsay, fucking Alex. I mean, Alex has been literally rocking with me since motherfucking HP days. I'm talking about since we were both in HP's chat, supporting HP type shit. Has went through everything with me on this app. Oh, you're this one, yes, you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm bored. You too. There's so many of you guys. That's what I'm saying. And like, I've had back end conversations with y'all. You know what I mean? And every time I get into that little, I'm going to move around. I don't want you guys going through this shit. Like, I feel like I'm the reason, I'm the cause. You guys are the ones. All of you guys are the ones who are the, like, nah, fuck that shit. I don't give a fuck if this that happened, you know? So when you guys say, oh, you're so strong, like, all of us are strong. All of us are strong. All of us are strong. We all have weak days. We all have strong days. But like, while you're giving somebody else their praises and flowers on their strength, you have to realize that you guys are, like, you guys contribute to that strength. You know what I'm saying? You guys, the ones who call and check in and text and DM and write in the chat, jump in a box. Like, it's not a one man band. especially when it comes to social media, whether you're on Instagram, Facebook, whatever else they have out there. It's not a one-man band whatsoever. All right, I'm gonna go on mute so you guys can talk.
Girl, your mute button don't even work.
Am I mute?
And just my disclaimer, I don't have beef, I don't want beef, but my boundaries are the fact that having an off-app friendship, right, that you talk every day, and Florida Man has been discussed probably every day or some shit that he's done, and the fact that he posted my child within the last couple of days, there's no lapse of judgment for me. There's no have a conversation with him when it comes to, like, that's just a boundary. Sorry. Even 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, like, there's no reason anybody needs a conversation with him. Not one. That's just my boundary.
Well, shit, y'all know my boundaries. I won't even get in a box with one of them.
Either would I. Ollie and I have both stated for the longest time, absolutely not. There ain't nothing to say, convince me to have a conversation.
I have a question, or maybe a challenge. Everyone that sits over there and or participates, since you co-sign all of these behaviors, I challenge each of you to make a post with your full
Honestly,
name.
PPO. Honestly,
Yes.
there's not even a reason to challenge anybody from any other sides to do shit, because for one, that literally will only continue the cycle. For two, they ain't gonna fucking do it. Instead, they're gonna dig into
Right.
one of us, whether it be me, Ratina, Malibu, Liv, you, or one of the random people in the comments, and fucking everything that you're about to ask them to post, they're gonna post on one of us. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
a good perspective. Right. No, that's a good perspective. I always in my mind go back to the good for me, good for thee that Ratina mentioned forever ago, that put it into exact words. And I don't even think it was regarding any of this. It was regarding something totally different forever ago. So it's just one of those that it's like, you're willing to compromise other kids. Your kids deserve the same safety as ours. And please, for the love of God, no matter what you do not post your babies, because they should be equally protected. Why can't we just stop posting other people's kids and their homes? And I don't have the capacity of wrapping my head around trying to push someone far enough that they would consider ending their life because someone didn't like the shirt they wore that day. Maybe it's because I'm loved and I have quality of life and quality of people around me, but that's just my 2 cents worth. All right, the 3-legged dog is barking or coughing, so I'll mute.
Spiritual Diamond, wouldn't that just be nice? Because for the most part, nobody streams him when he goes live. Things are recapped or shown, but it's not like people are tuning in except for the people that actually sit in there. None of us go over there, report. None of us troll them. But at this point, it literally doesn't matter. Like I said, I can be off the app. I can be on the app. I can be making videos. I cannot be making videos. It doesn't stop. It does not stop. There's maybe 18 people talking, but there's definitely more than 18 people in there being nosy. You mean his grasping for air?
My thing is, why did he ever start on Retina? I don't understand that. Why?
Because of what I did to somebody else.
Okay, and he's done far worse. Far worse.
Yeah, absolutely. We all know that. No, not Artie. We all know that. He's literally crossed every single moral boundary that he preaches for people not to do. He constantly uses verbiage to make it sound like people are actively doing these things, giving him a reason and a justification for what he does, even though they're not being done.
Well, I used to be a 304. I wonder if he can check me out.
Hey, I didn't want to cut you off. I didn't know if you were done.
I'm done. Go ahead, hon.
Okay. I just wanted, I don't know if Miss Unknown is still around or is where she can hear. I don't want her, I didn't want her to feel attacked or I know she was upset. I understand what she does and it's her way of protecting us when she stops us and says, no, you don't need to say that, you don't need to apologize. And I get it what she's saying, but I know that there's things that you needed to say. There's times that we do have things we want to say and get off our chest. So I just I wanted her to hear me at least to know I don't think that anyone was trying to attack. We just wanted you to understand that stuff did need to be said.
I think she knows that.
Okay. Well, I know sometimes she feels like we don't like she doesn't get protected or stood up for, and I don't want her to feel that way in this situation because it was a matter of needing some stuff needed to be said. I wanted her to know that I see it as her way of protecting people when she does say, "Stop! You don't need to say that." You know, I feel that is her way of being a friend and protecting us.
Oh, I absolutely agree, because she doesn't want people to overshare or explain themselves when they don't need to. But I asked her to come back in here.
All right, I just want to stand up for her and just let her know that I'm thankful for her and for her standing up the way she does.
One thing,
But that was all.
she always is going to stand up for the people she cares about.
Right.
But for the people that were in here and witnessed what happened with the troll accounts, and the fact that that's like a bragging moment for Florida Man, that he thinks it's funny to do that. Yet, oh, Honeybee, she said she'll be back in like 3 minutes. To me, it's, again, the people that support that, if that started to happen to you, you would lose your fucking mind.
I agree. And it's completely vile.
Hey y'all. I hope I'm not interrupting anybody, but I just want to say, like, first of all, I love being here and I like you guys so much, but I also said stuff in Breeze Live that I feel like if I can say it there, I should have the balls to say it here. And essentially it was that she's apologized from my perspective, and like from what I saw, a lot of that went down really quickly. And from a relative outsider's perspective, it did seem like you all shut down Florida Man so well, so quickly, that I didn't see what a huge issue this all was. But she kept apologizing, and she apologized again and again. And at some point, I genuinely feel like, okay, you genuinely apologize. Like, she even said again today, I wish this didn't happen. I wish I never let him up on the live. And so in my mind, it's like, what more can you do besides apologize, right? And I just feel like you guys were actual genuine friends with her. And you guys talk about loyalty and you talk about friendship. And I'm curious because I don't want, listen, I'm not one to push boundaries. I'm really not. I understand, like, you've got to respect, like, if you set a boundary and she knew about it, you've got to respect those boundaries. But just like Hollymae had said before, she is new to life. She's new to a lot of this stuff. And she's young, and yes, she made a mistake. Is there any way for you guys to talk it through and potentially make up? And look, I feel silly, like, saying all this stuff, and like, I'm not a moderator. I'm not one of those people. I'm not like one of y'all's best friends or anything like that. But like, she genuinely loved y'all. Y'all seem to have genuinely loved her. And it seems like this is exactly what he wanted. And stuff like that upsets me. It's like the idea of him winning that upsets me.
Who'd she apologize to?
From my understanding, all of you. From my understanding, in her life, she seemed genuinely like, I wish I had never let him up. I made a mistake, and it's like.
So when I rewatched that live that next morning and I asked her a couple questions and she told me that she doesn't have to explain a fuck thing to nobody, I left the group chat, and that was the last conversations. So
I had a conversation with her after that, and I tried to explain. I even said to her, Myrna, Duff, Tina, Katie, Jess, Lindsay, Malibu, everybody, like, I'm the type of person where I will try to see every perspective I can think of. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's good, bad, devil's advocate, whatever. I try to see the perspective from all sides, all angles. My side, her side, and the person from the outside looking in. And I told Brie, I'm trying to see your perspective from several different ways, but I feel like you're not seeing it from other perspectives, and I wish you would, because again, the perspective that I'm coming to you and telling you about it's not even mine. It's from me rewatching and watching the chat and seeing how many people were saying exactly what Duff and Myrna were saying, even though they weren't in the lives together. They were, you know what I'm saying? Like, when Duff was in there, people were saying stuff that Duff was saying. And then when Myrna was in there, people were saying the stuff that Myrna was saying. But Myrna and Duff were speaking in all caps and stuff like that, while others were like, I agree, or, you know what I'm saying? Just because they weren't writing it out word for word doesn't mean they weren't saying the same thing. When somebody says I agree, that means that they agree with what's being, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
You said,
you
as
make
far as
100% sense.
right,
I'm just saying that maybe she felt in the moment.
yeah,
That's what
yeah.
you guys were experiencing, but like, she's had time again. Like, she is younger. She's had more time to reflect. And I don't know, maybe if you heard today's live from her, I mean, it seemed so genuine that
was her hour-long live or her 3-minute live?
sorry, can you say that again? I'm so sorry.
Was that her live that she was on all day, or the short 18 minutes?
No,
When
like
she,
all day, but one, but there was like a portion of it where she like addressed it in the beginning, and she just.
you mean when she was cussing out Petty and me, or?
Well, to be fair, I didn't catch that she was cussing you out. I really caught the petty part, and frankly, I joined in for that part. Not you, Ratina. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I missed parts of it and maybe I have no business being up here.
No, you
I
do.
feel for all of you guys and
So this life,
I just feel a type of way about it. It's like there's only so much you can do in apologizing. At a certain point, people either accept you or they don't. But you guys seem so hurt by it, and I don't know. I'm sorry.
no, you're good. You definitely should be up here. First and foremost, let me make this very clear for 314 people. This is not a Bree's a piece of shit live. Like, this is not that. This is in no way, shape, or form that. Like I said, I don't want nobody to see nobody in the eyes of me. I don't want nobody, you have to see people for your own eyes. But what I will say is the hurt that you hear or see from myself, Ratina, Jess, or Katie, is because, again, we had a conversation prior to that live. And we all said, no, there's no point of doing the live, whatever. But then when we all got on the same page, like, fuck it, we'll do the live. Katie specifically, she wasn't the only one, but I say that I bring her up only because I can prove she specifically said, I will support anything as long as Florida Man and his people are not not welcome, because, fuck them. So in that moment right there, if he was unblocked, he should have been blocked right then and there, and all his people, before you hit live. That's just my opinion. You heard your friends. We had conversation. You knew how we all felt. That should have been one that just was not at all, no shape or form, allowed in that box.
And I totally agree with that. Like, if you guys are all on the same page, absolutely. But today in her live, she did say that it was a mistake. Not like a mistake that she did it, but like a mistake that he was left unblocked. And that it was through watching some video for Queen of Bless. Like, he made some video for Queen of Blessings and she was watching it and she didn't get the chance to block him. And so it all happened so quickly.
Right. Like, and I would agree with that.
That might not be enough for you guys. I completely understand that. And I'm not trying to push y'all's boundaries.
No, you're not.
When you see friendships fall apart over a fuckface like Florida Man, it's just so sad. So that's why I felt like I should at least stand on what I said when I was in her live at the very least. And I hope y'all don't hate me for that.
No, I get what you're saying. And I listen, that's what I was like. Well, she unblocked it for this post because it was about Queen of Blessings, right? But then I rewatched the live, and that's when I heard she said he was unblocked for this. That's why I unblocked you. Get a box. So was it because of the post, or was it for that live? Because if you rewatch that live, and it's literally posted on several, I didn't even know there was that many fucking YouTubers, but it is on several YouTubes to rewatch, and you will hear for yourself. Bree stating that's why she unblocked him.
Well, I just want to thank you guys for your time. And if anything I said did touch y'all's hearts, just for y'all to have another conversation with her. But beyond that, like, I do respect everybody's choices in the matter. So thank you for listening to me at the very least.
Oh, yeah. And he did. But you know what? Him saying I was supposed to be here earlier, I believe that was just his way of manipulating the situation to make it look like Bree was on the back end heavier and longer and harder than she was, because I've seen no proof of any, you know what I'm saying? I think that was just a way to make Bree look some type of way. Like I said, I don't think that Bree's a bad person. I don't think she's a bad live streamer. I think that she will do really good in being a live streamer. I told her that. I believe it. You know what I'm saying? She does have a good platform. And like I said, I offered advice as I would anybody else. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I think he said that statement of I was supposed to, sorry, I know I was supposed to be here earlier. I think he said that so people would think that, Queen of Blessings. I don't believe that. Me personally, I do not believe that. But listen, we do not need a tiny dancer right now, honey. But again, this live is not to bash Brie or anything like that. Also saying that you people think that Retina's video probably hurt Brie. Retina's video, literally, let me tell you what Retina's video was. Brie made a statement in her live that night about not knowing everything, right? Specifically when it came to Myrna and Duff. Okay, fine. So Retina made a video with those words and then showed a fucking collage of what dude's done. So again, if you watch the video, take your emotion out of it for 1 second, take the defensiveness, they're coming at me, or she's, trying to throw shots or shade or whatever, then you will literally watch that video and see why that video was made in the first place. Because that video is literally a collage of shit that he's done to several people. Several people that sat on the panels together. Several people that support each other. All shit that was done publicly. None of the real life shit was put in there. All that was put in there have been done over time on this app. To every single one of us who supported each other, who sat in panels together, who sat in lives together. That's why that video was made. And that's all that video shows. That video is not a fucking video to go at Brie or to put Brie in a bad light. None of it. And I'm not the only one that feels that way after seeing that video. A lot of people felt the same way that I'm saying it, because that's literally what it was. That video and Retina's name being mentioned and spoke about or brought up as if I'm not looking for no beef, but then I got people making videos on me. That video wasn't about you. Brie, if you're listening or if you rewatch this live after it's done, because I still have you as a mod, I promise you, rewatch that video in 2 days when the emotion of this live is gone. Because, obviously you're going to feel a type of way. But once those emotions are gone, watch that video again and you will see that it wasn't about you. It was showing you. You made a statement in your live, so Retina showed you. That was it. That was all. That's all that video was. It wasn't to continue BS, to start BS, or anything like that at all. As far as having conversation, I had a conversation with Brie. I did.
No, I at the end absolutely did to make sure that if that's the narrative and the whatnots, to make sure that you tell everybody also that there was back end conversation. I did say that.
Well, yeah, you said that. But again, that let me make it clear. That back end conversation was, what I took from it was tell everybody had a conversation prior to the live about the live. And we were all, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all talked about the live before we had the live. And the main big boundary was no Florida man
That was
or
not,
his people.
that's not what I was supposed
Oh,
to
you were talking about her and Florida man talking.
Yeah.
Right. But even with that conversation, with their back end conversation, he even tells you what he's done. He just gives bullshit ass excuses on why he's done it all. So to even say You don't know everything. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure, now I could be wrong. So correct me if I'm wrong, but Duff and Myrna were even in that conversation. I know he went through her, Tina, me, unknown, and if I'm not mistaken, Duff and Myrna, at least Myrna. Again, I could be wrong. It was a couple weeks ago, and a lot has happened since then. But again, even still, that's still not a direct fucking shot. That video is literally saying you can't say you don't know. If all this has happened publicly, and then at the end when you said that about the private conversation, he told you in the private conversation shit that he's done, and then gives you bullshit reasons. So there's no way around it saying you didn't know.
And if you feel that I took a jab at her, clearly you've never seen me make a video telling, like, making a video, wanting my point to be heard about somebody, right? We're not going to play clueless. Like, if I had a major fucking issue, I would have already done set and fucking put out a video in my normal manner. But as there's apologies and things getting explained, just make sure it's explained correctly and accurately. Not no bullshit.
Well, I was in her live and she sounded sincere. And I saw the video you made, and I didn't think it was one of your worst videos you've ever made. If you really wanted to say something, it would have been a lot worse, I feel.
And that's a great. She made a sincere apology, you know, for the people that sit in the chat and hang out with her. That's great. People can accept that. But her and I have not spoke. And I don't need to, because when I'm done, I'm done. And I think y'all have seen that, like, play out, right? Even with Monster, like, when I'm done, I'm done. That was just something that there's just no thank you, because I just can't fucking explain it, okay? How would she feel if Hollymae or I platformed somebody that had just posted one of her 6 kids, or had made videos about her children, made AI videos about her children? Like, you can't expect me to just be okay with a lapse of judgment. Ain't gonna happen.
Don't blame him. I really don't, because he's done some effed up shit. That's for sure. He is a piece of shit.
Mama, that's what Holly and I said. Like, we don't have any beef. Everybody can go where they want, who they want. Always the case. But if all of a sudden you're talking shit, it's gonna be the same thing.
Well, I don't talk on y'all when I'm in there. I just listen. Sometimes I might comment, but I don't talk about folks. Because I care about Hollymae and I care about you. And if they were talking ish on you, I would get in a box and talk ish on them. Because I have been in Hollymae's forever. Followed her. And I care about her. And I would never do anything to hurt her in any way. And I hate it when people talk about her, because she has done nothing. She's been a good friend to me. And I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry. I promise I'm not. But she's been there for me. And I will stand up for her. And I'll stand up for you too, Ratina. Because You have been drugged from here to China, as far as I'm concerned, the worst. I know what he did to Hollymae was bad, but what he's done to you, a whole lot worse. And I don't want to cry because there's a lot about y'all. And I do that, y'all. And this is where I want to be. But I like Bree too, but I don't get in the ish shit. But I want y'all to know that I love you, and I've been with Hollymae for a long time. And I love y'all.
Wasn't it you the other week that had Cassandra on my ass? Did you say something to Cassandra?
Who?
Wasn't that her?
No.
It
Liz?
was no.
Yes. She's the
Okay.
one that said if Regina's gone, she's probably looking you up.
No, I wasn't the one that said that. This is what I said. I would be scared to get in an argument with Regina because she just comes with receipts. But they say that you would be digging stuff on her. But I don't know who it was. But it wasn't me. I just said I wouldn't want to get in with Regina. But it was definitely somebody else that said it. That part, that you would be digging. If you left, you were digging. But I did not say you were gone digging. I just said I wouldn't get into it with Regina because she comes with receipts.
Well, I'm gonna unmute, sprinkle some sunshine. I just want I just want everybody to remember they're loved, they matter, and they're beautiful. Okay. But I'm gonna drop because I have to get ready for bed. You know, the clock comes early. Thank you, Bamboozled. Not everyone speaks once. I hate the awkward silent moments.
I can outlive it always.
And them always, I know. I'm going to bed. I'm just, doing my night face routine and things like that. And if I don't do it now, then it'll be later than I know it. And 10:30 will turn into 11:30, then 12:30, and then 5 o'clock just comes way too soon. And it's tomorrow's Monday. So I'll drop to the comments. Thank you, everybody, for the gifts. Holly, Mignana, Bettina, you be good. As always. Always a girl.
It's about my bedtime.
All right.
I'm sorry if you thought I said that. It was when you and her, when they were arguing, I just said I wouldn't be arguing with Regina. Because she always has some receipt to show you.
I just there was something along those lines said because then she took it as I was looking for something.
Yeah, and I wasn't even talking to her. I was just saying, for me, I'm not going to do it because I don't want her going and finding a receipt on me somewhere. Because you scare me.
please come up here, girl, because a lot of people are worried about you. I put these motherfucking comments in timeout. You'd be proud of me. But yeah, I mean, I hope that this live brought clarity to people. I hope that nobody leaves this live all of a sudden feels like they have to shun somebody else or go at anybody else or nothing, because I'm pretty sure I speak for everybody, Bree's platform included. Everybody is sick, tired of the back and forth, sick and tired of a new person has a new issue that you didn't even know fucking existed, you know? So, I mean, I feel like no matter who the host is, I mean, still to this day, still to right fucking now, no matter who the host is, you know what I'm saying? If you enjoy being in live, then be in the live. We all pay our own bill. Nobody has to ask. Nobody, none of that. It doesn't have to be any of that at all, you know? So I hope nobody feels like they have to, of course, being boozled. There's no side to pick here, like at all. When it comes to me, Jess, Unknown, Bree, because we're the ones that go live. For me, I don't feel like there's a side that anybody has to pick. Hell, we even throw Malibu's ass and she's starting to go live and smash in there. There's no side that needs to be picked. If you like a platform and you enjoy going in there, then continue doing that. Liv, girl, you are good. Trust me. Now you know Ratina well enough to know if she had an issue, honey, she would have been unmuted and y'all would have been going back, or not going back and forth, but you guys would have been talking it out. Whose mod are you, girl? Yeah, you know what? I'm not even a motherfucking. Oh, wait, whose mod are you? Because are you talking about Malibu or are you talking about Ratina? Because her ass went live. And I don't even think she made me a fucking mod. I wasn't even in the live, nothing. So my feelings are going to be hurt. And we're going to do an awareness live on her if I'm not a fucking mod and her ass is hitting live. Okay? Okay, thank you. We will schedule that next week.
Who did I make? I only made one person mod that day. Who was it? Unknown?
Oh, see, you know what? Unknown, that's it. We're going to have some beef, honey.
I can't remember who it was. There's only one person.
She said I was going to ask, but I was too scared. Do you know how many people said I want to? Because I guess you were supposed to go live that night, and a few people reached out and was like, I'm a little nervous to ask her, Tina, myself, but is she going live tonight? I'm like, the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I was gonna come back live. got caught up doing other things. It was a Pam. Fuck that angry bird. Now I'm bored. What the fuck? So I guess everybody knows now Unknown's my favorite.
Yeah, clearly, asshole. You know what? You know what though?
You wanna know what though? You wanna know what though?
Do that.
You wanna know what though? If you read the Reddit group chat, you would have known I went live and I was going live. But you know, you only read it when you want to.
Bitch, I was so discombobulated for one, but for two, listen, Unknown can be your favorite.
How can you say you're discombobulated?
Oh, I don't know. Girl,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
You don't even know what day I went live.
I don't. But I do know that I'm Unknown's favorite, so she can be yours, but I'm hers. So now watch her ass come in here and comment, no you ain't.
I just want to say I asked her a question last week. She said she'd get back to me in 10 minutes, and I'm still waiting.
Yeah, Unknown's bad at that.
Yeah, I was about to say, listen, she's like the person that tells you I'm around the corner and never left her house. Okay? I've learned to accept that.
That girl said, yeah, I'm going to go live. Give me a few minutes. And you see her 3 weeks later.
That's what I tell her every time she says, I'll be live in 30 minutes. And I'm like, do you mean like 2 a.m.? I hope she could hear us.
She said, Unknown made me her mod, so I'm her favorite. You know what? And I'm mad she ain't in here right now to answer this because I feel like this is going to really be an issue. I'm just kidding. But all right, y'all.
Don't worry. She said she was going live after Holly's live, so we can all wait in disappointment together.
All right. Well, I'm going to get off so that way she can go live. I just wanted to go live, clear up anything, let it be known. No beef, no issue, no none of that. You know what I'm saying? Smash, FYI, Smash is not going live tonight. You guys said that she ain't coming back. Yeah, she said she's going to go live after my live, so I kind of went live randomly. So, all right, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. All right. Good night, everyone. Also, public service announcement. Unknown said to send me her cash apps, and I'll split them with her. Okay, thanks.